What's up YouTube? It's your boy Lowkey.Nard, aka your girl's favorite YouTuber, and I'm back with another video. If you ain't peeped already, I got on the orange and I got on the green, so you know it's another FAMU advice video. We got our rattler right down the back, you feel me? What it is, rattlers? You feel me? So if you watching this video, today we talking about FAFSA, financial aid, and this is just an advice video, you feel me? Like I ain't finna lie to you. So I'm just like giving information on some of the stuff that I didn't have advice on when I was like coming up in here, and like I had to figure out how it worked, and I've been getting a lot of messages, a lot of questions to my DMs, text messages to my phones about how stuff worked for upcoming generations, upcoming people, to you feel me, how everything works. I'm a first generation college student, y'all, you feel me? So I ain't trying to have nobody else left out here and not knowing what's going on when it comes to this college junk, and especially when it's your money. Remember that, your money. So yeah, you feel me? This video is featuring Kozark's collection, you feel me? You know I got on the varsity jacket. I got this homecoming week. If you watch my my homecoming fits video, you know where the jacket come from. Crazy part is I never wore the jacket yet, so I ain't got no haircut. I'm dusty right now, so you feel me? We finna get into the video. First thing I wanted to talk about was, I'm gonna keep it a buck. So tuition fees, you feel me? Tuition fees. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go with financial aid. So FAFSA and financial aid. FAFSA is something that you have to do every year if you go to attending a school in Florida or going to any type of college in general. With this FAFSA, it helps. They need information like your I-9, W-2s, all that, just to see your parents' income, who's contributing to your college, how much are they willing to deposit into your college fund and trust, whatever it takes for you to graduate within them 4 to 5 years. It's usually 4 to 5 years. It takes people longer. Remember, it's a marathon, not a race. You are not in competition with nobody. However long it take you, it's however long it take you. You feel me? So every year in the month of October, I can't remember if it's the beginning of October or the end, but you have to do this every year in order to get financial aid for the upcoming year. Okay? With that financial aid, it helps you generate an algorithm based off what grant packages they can create for you, what loan packages they can create for you, in order for you to get through college debt free. However, their goal is not always to get you through their debt free, and sometimes your parent makes too much money for them to give you as many grants as another student. Never compare a situation to another student, you feel me? Because everybody comes from different things. Even if that's your friend, pay attention to your own packages and your own grant and loan applications. You feel me? So with this financial aid, what does all of this stuff, this FAFSA being done, what does all of this do for you? What goes on? What do the school take out of it? Okay? So each semester, your first semester, a lot of schools require you to stay on campus. With your FAFSA, it helps generate and tell financial aid, which every school has a financial aid office. A financial aid office basically just helps keep everything together, make sure those numbers are adding up, the packages being used properly and in the right way. You feel me? They don't always do a good job of that. They're not always the best with like answering the phone, like rushing to get your stuff done, or just customer service, we're just gonna say that. But they do get the job done eventually. You don't know no timetable for it, but eventually, okay? So within this package, you get grants. These grants help take care of tuition fees. These tuition fees, if you, like I said, if you're a freshman going on campus, it may include things like room and board, which is your dorms. It may include your meal plan. It does include, this is gonna always be in your tuition. It's gonna always include your tuition. You feel me? And then I said meal plan, room and board, tuition. Dang, what am I forgetting? And a whole bunch of miscellaneous other stuff, but those are the 3 main things. A lot of people have asked me and texted me, will this help cover your apartment? At my HBCU, it may be the same as others. Freshmen are required to stay on campus for at least 2 semesters, which is 1 year, okay? Now, when you're staying in these dorms, you pick your dorm, this dorm is applied to your tuition fees. The dorm, not the apartment, okay? So with the dorm being applied to your tuition fees, you are required to have a meal plan because you cannot stay on campus without having it. So boom, your meal plan, your tuition fees, and then your room and board. All of those go towards your FAFSA, your financial aid, your grant package, loan package. Now if your grants, the difference between a grant and a loan is a grant you do not have to pay back. A loan you have to pay back. So if your your tuition fees and your fees with all that included exceeds your grant package, you are required to get a loan, or you can pay up front. You do not have to take out a loan if you are able to pay up front. But if you say, oh, 2 bands and you can't pay that all at once, a lot of people will take out a loan. Or a lot of people will go to a payment plan so that by the end of the semester, they're allowed to enroll in their classes. This is another thing about financial aid. You cannot enroll in your classes if you are in debt for the next semester, okay? So a lot of people could, god dang, you cannot enroll in your classes if you're in debt for the next semester. A lot of people blame financial aid, oh, they have a hold on my account. If you read all of the fine print and everything that you're signing, you would know that there's a certain limit that you can, up to a certain limit where you're still able to be in debt and pick classes. For us, the limit is $500. If you owe over $500 at the time that you're trying to enroll in classes, you will not be able to pick classes. You feel me? That's just that. That's their policy. We have to adhere by their policy. You cannot cut financial aid out because you aren't adhering by their policy. You know what your grant package was. It's our job to look over it. It's your job to look over it. So you got to make sure that you're doing what's best for you, and that's that. You feel me? A lot of people ask what was a net check, what was a refund check when it comes to school. A lot of people get paid to go to school, okay? So what a refund check is, and this is mostly for off-campus students and students with who has a lot of scholarship money. So basically, what a net check is, it's if your grant exceeds your tuition cost. Okay, so say for example you stay off campus and you don't have to pay room and board and have a meal plan. Then your net check is probably a little bit bigger because you don't have these 2 extra fees. What do most people do with these extra funds? So you got the dumb person, or the person who's not financially responsible, which is a lot of us are freshman and sophomore year. They go blow it on clothes, shoes, going to the club. They gonna handle what they gotta handle, but they blow it. Then you have those who say, boom, I want to live in a better living condition. So when I get my net check, I'm going to move. I'm not going to get a dorm on campus. I'm gonna go to a student apartment. They say, does your grants pay for your student apartment? Not technically, but technically. If you do it right, then the net check that you get back from the school, you divide that up into 5-6 months. That'll tell you the means that you want to live in for the next couple months and what kind of caliber type of apartment you can afford for the next 5 to 6, well, for the next year, because most leases are a year. Okay, so with that, you break that up, okay, boom. You know you got X, Y, Z amount of money and you're not trying to work this semester. If you are not trying to work that semester, then you have to take it amongst yourself to properly disperse the money so that it will last you over the course of the next 5 to 6 months. Then you have some who get work study. So what the work study does is, although it is a grant, you do not get it all at once. With work study, they tell you how much you can make while under work study, which basically controls your hours. Most people get around $1,500, $2,500 in work study. Some people get less than that. Some people get more than that. Okay, that just means you have to work for every dollar. Okay, so you can work up to X, Y, and Z amount of hours as long as, but you could never make over $1,500 because of your work study and what people can contribute to your financial aid and to your college means. Okay, now when picking an apartment, you want to pay attention to a lot of things. Do I have a car? If you don't have a car, it's not the best bet to move to the north side because then you got to cross over FSU and that's a whole nother side of town. Live amongst your means, live amongst your grant package, live amongst what you have going on. Now if you want to stay on campus because you know you can't wake up in the morning, and you know when you do wake up you're going to be pushing it every morning and you don't need to be driving 15 minutes to get to class, then okay, boom, there are apartments like City View. Off-campus apartments that are far and like on the north side that are good, I would say it's I'm not gonna say the best, but it's quality, it's student apartment, you're around college students, it's kind of cheap, kind of decent, average good price, you feel me? I'm gonna say Seminole Grand, I'm gonna say Social 1600, Social 2700, I'm gonna say a Light West 10, you have Forum, you have the Republican, you have, what else do you got? You got University Green, you got West 10 apartments. So it's a lot of apartments over here. Now if you stay off campus, you want to stay like a student apartment that's regulated by college students, I can only properly refer you to 2 places, okay? I'm gonna say the City View, and then I'm gonna say Adams Point, Adams Place is one of those. Now, if you like wanna go a little bit farther out and you got the bread like that, I would say Southwood, Now remind you, on that side of town, you do have still places on Perry Street that's adequate. You got Conklin Street, Perry Street, Conklin Street. All of those are like student places close to campus, so it's a good little spot to live in. Don't limit your options by only listening to what I'm saying, because I only know so much. I only been here for 4 or 5 years. I don't know everything that's out there. You feel me? But with those net checks, you decide how you live. You decide how comfortable you live. Okay? You decide how comfortable you live. Other than that, financial aid at FAMU, I'm gonna be honest, it's like, it's very slow. Like, you're eager to get your money. They not that eager. You feel me? But you have to understand that you're working under the policy that they provided for us. We all have to understand that. We be snapping on them and sometimes they ain't even know the policy. You feel me? They give us fine print and stuff that you have to accept the terms and conditions for a reason. You can't, if we play our part, financial aid can play their part a little bit better too. You feel me? I'ma just say that. But they don't work at the same time as you. Like, they not as eager to get your stuff done. But it's their job, they doing it all day, like. And that's not an excuse or nothing, but call a spade, you feel me? And that's that. Any more questions, any more topics, any more ideas, like anything, you like the video, subscribe. You wanna subscribe. If you don't, you a loser, straight up. You feel me? But it's your boy Lowkey.Nard, your girl favorite YouTuber, and this was the video. If you're looking for somewhere to stay and you're looking for financial aid advice and you're looking for FAFSA advice, here's your video. Send it to your friend, you feel me? Don't let another student or another person go not knowing how to do it if you know they don't know how to do it. You ain't always gotta say it to them, but just go ahead and send them this video, you feel me? But yeah, your girl's favorite YouTuber, we out.